God says this message is reaching you in the exact moment your soul was ready, and Archangel Michael has been standing beside you since the moment your spirit whispered that silent prayer you thought no one heard. Right now, the heavens are moving in ways you cannot see, shifting energies, aligning paths, and opening doors that were once locked so tightly that even hope felt afraid to knock. God says your life is entering a divine turning point, and you have no idea how close you are to the answer that your heart has cried for again and again in lonely nights, heavy mornings, and silent moments when only your soul knew how desperately you needed something real. God says your younger billionaire soulmate has already stepped into your orbit, into your city, into the energetic space where your timelines are preparing to collide in a way that will make heaven gasp. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine orchestration. You are being guided into a chapter where love, abundance, and destiny will meet in the same moment, and Archangel Michael says he has already whispered your name into the heart of the one who was created for you long before you took your first breath. God says there is a reason you feel the sudden pull in your chest, the magnetic pressure around your spirit, the strange sense that someone is looking for you, searching for you, praying for you even though you don't know who they are yet. Your soulmate is younger in years but older in soul wisdom, and they carry both power and purity in equal measure, something extremely rare in this world. They have walked through enormous success, built an empire, overcome storms silently, and yet their heart has been waiting for you. But God says you must hear this part clearly, because it is the most urgent part of the message. Your paths are aligned, but your free will decides the moment. Heaven can open the gates, but you must walk through them. Archangel Michael says a wave of divine timing is unfolding right now, and if you doubt yourself, if you shrink back, if you let fear steal your step, this sacred alignment may take much longer to reach you. Everything is delicately balanced. Every breath counts. Every thought matters. Every prayer you make in sincerity becomes a bridge that carries your soulmate closer to you. Your soulmate's age and the place they are currently staying are not revealed to you as earthly details but as energetic markers. God says their age is symbolic of renewal, a sign that this love will make you feel younger, lighter, freer, and reborn. Their location is not a street name but a spiritual proximity. They are already in your city, already breathing the same air, already walking the same ground, already closer than you think, even if you haven't met physically yet. The heavens do not want you to seek them with your eyes. They want you to prepare with your soul. God says something important. You have been carrying emotional scars, heartbreak memories, and silent wounds that made you believe you would only ever receive temporary love, half-hearted love, or love that disappears the moment you begin to trust. But this time is different. This soulmate is not coming into your life to hurt you, confuse you, abandon you, or disappoint you. They are coming to protect you, elevate you, honor you, and love you with a depth you have never experienced before. But God says love this powerful requires a healed heart. Heaven cannot place priceless gold in hands that still bleed from past wounds. That is why the transformation you feel inside is not random. It's preparation. Archangel Michael says he has been clearing your path spiritually for months, cutting away attachments, illusions, and people who were never sincere with you. Every rejection you faced recently was divine protection. Every delay was divine timing. Every silent battle you went through was divine proof of your strength. God says you are being promoted spiritually, emotionally, and even energetically in ways you don't fully understand yet. This promotion is what made it possible for your soulmate to come near you now, because previously the vibration levels were too far apart. You were evolving. They were evolving. Heaven was waiting for the moment when both of your spirits reached a point of readiness. You have worried about whether you are enough, whether you have what it takes, whether you are prepared for the love and prosperity that is about to enter your life. God says stop doubting. You are more than enough. You were chosen because your heart is woven with purity, compassion, loyalty, and spiritual intelligence. Your soulmate needs exactly that kind of heart. They have met people with beauty, people with charm, people with ambition, but they have never met someone with your soul signature. That is what attracted them even before seeing your face. Heaven connected your energies long before Earth will connect your paths. God says your soulmate has already begun feeling a strange pull toward a place in the city. A place they don't usually go, a place they feel drawn to without explanation. That is the energy of divine convergence. Their spirit feels you even if their mind doesn't understand yet. You may start experiencing signs, repeating numbers, dreams, sudden feelings of warmth, sudden emotional waves, music that speaks to your heart, and the sensation that someone is thinking of you intensely. These are spiritual communications between your soul and theirs. Archangel Michael says he is strengthening this bond every minute because the timing is now, but God also says a warning. When divine love enters, spiritual interference tries to block it. Old fears may rise. Old people may reappear. Old insecurities may whisper lies. Negative energies may try to distract you. But God says none of these things can stop you unless you allow them. You must remain in alignment. You must stay grounded in faith. You must keep your heart open, not to everyone, but to God's timing and God's signals. This union is too important, too powerful, and too divinely orchestrated to be lost to fear. Heaven will not let you fail unless you choose to walk away from your own blessing. God says you must pray with sincerity for clarity, protection, and readiness. Archangel Michael says he will guide every step, your thoughts, your feelings, your intuition, your actions. When the moment is right, you will be guided to the exact place at the exact time. Nothing will feel forced. Nothing will feel confusing. You will simply know something extraordinary is happening. Your soulmate is not coming to complete you. God says they are coming to complement the strength already inside you. Together, you will build something that touches many lives. This is not just romantic destiny. This is spiritual purpose. Two souls aligned under God create a force that can change realities, break generational cycles, and create abundance that flows far beyond the two of you. God says your union will be a testimony, a living example of what happens when heaven writes the love story instead of humans. Your soulmate has wealth, success, influence, and status, but God says the greatest thing they carry is a heart that has finally matured enough to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Their billions are not the blessing. Their soul is. The wealth is simply a tool that will allow both of you to live without the fears you once had. God says you will not struggle. You will not lack. You will not walk in scarcity. This union will bring prosperity in emotion, prosperity in purpose, prosperity in peace, prosperity in stability, and prosperity in material forms too. But God says the most important part: do not chase. Do not force. Do not hurry. Do not fear. Let the divine alignment unfold naturally. Heaven is already working behind the scenes. Archangel Michael says he has placed a spiritual seal over your connection, a protective shield ensuring that no one can take what God has assigned to you. No enemy can block it. No jealousy can ruin it. No negativity can interfere. You are protected. They are protected. The union is protected. Your soulmate is already dreaming of someone. God says it is you. They may not know your name yet, but they feel your energy. They feel the warmth of your spirit. They feel a magnetic calling towards something they cannot explain. They may even be feeling restless lately, feeling like something huge is about to happen in their life. That is heaven preparing them for you. God says you must trust. Trust the timing. Trust the signs. Trust the silence. Trust the unfolding. Trust what you feel even if you cannot yet see the proof. Love that is written by heaven does not need proof, it creates its own confirmation. Archangel Michael says the moment is closer than you think. You will feel a shift soon, a sudden deep peace, a strange excitement in your soul, a knowing that something sacred is moving in your favor. That is the final sign before your paths physically cross. You are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. And the one meant for you is already closer than your fears, closer than your doubts, closer than your past, and closer than you realize. God says this is your time. Open your heart. Walk with faith. And let the divine unfold what has always been written for you. God says this message is being placed in front of you at this exact moment because your heart has been calling out for a sign, and heaven has finally decided that today is the day you hear the truth that has been waiting in the spiritual realm. Archangel Michael has been watching every detail of your path, every moment of your loneliness, every night where you silently wished for someone who would understand you without judgment, love you without fear, and stand beside you without conditions. Heaven is saying this is not just another message, not just another signal, not just another spiritual whisper. This is a divine confirmation that something massive, something life-shifting, something unimaginably beautiful is moving toward you right now. God says the reason this message feels intense is because the timing is intense. A moment like this doesn't come often in a lifetime. A moment where heaven intervenes, changes your destiny, and sends into your world a soul that was chosen for you before you even took your first breath. Archangel Michael says the younger billionaire soulmate meant for you has already stepped into your city, already crossed into your energetic field, already entered the place where your destinies overlap. Heaven wants you to understand something very deep. When a soulmate arrives, the world around you starts shifting before you even meet them. You feel restless for no reason. You feel emotional without explanation. You feel tired but awake, scared but hopeful, confused but drawn by something invisible. The reason is simple: your soul senses them before your eyes do. God says your soulmate's age is not a coincidence, their success is not a coincidence, their timing is not a coincidence. Everything was chosen with divine precision. They are younger because their spirit carries a freshness, a passion, a fire meant to reignite what life has tried to dim inside of you. They are a billionaire because they are meant to bring stability, protection, abundance, and a level of support that goes far beyond financial. Their wealth is a symbol, not the purpose. Their spirit is the real treasure. God says their location right now is within the city boundaries where you live, breathing the same air, walking the same ground, passing through the same roads where your feet have walked in silence. Archangel Michael says the universe has already placed them within an 8-kilometer radius of you. They are not far. They are not unreachable. Their energy is circling around you like a magnet trying to connect with what is divinely theirs. Heaven says you have been feeling random chills, sudden flashes of intuition, unexpected pulses of energy, moments where your heart feels warm or heavy without reason. These are not random. These are signals. Every angel around you has been trying to get your attention because the moment of contact is closer than you think. God says the urgency of this message is not to scare you but to prepare you. Too many times heaven tried to bring blessings into your life and you doubted yourself. Too many times miracles came close to you but you stepped back because of fear, overthinking, or heartbreak from the past. God says this time must be different. This soulmate is not like anyone you've ever met. This soulmate has been praying for you too. Yes, praying for someone they have not met but feel deeply connected to. Their spirit has been calling your spirit. Their heart has been searching for yours. Their soul has been restless because they know something in their destiny is missing, and that missing piece is you. Archangel Michael says you are not receiving this message by accident. He says he has been trying to wake you spiritually for months because something about your energy was too heavy, too tired, too wounded. You kept giving your best to people who gave you nothing but confusion. You kept loving people who weren't meant to stay. You kept trusting people who betrayed the purity of your heart. But your soulmate, this younger billionaire soul heaven is sending, is different. They were protected from the same types of pain you experienced so that when they arrive, they can love you without brokenness. They can offer you stability without fear. They can carry you without conditions. God says you will not have to teach them how to love. They will come knowing exactly what your soul needs. God says you are safe. No matter what your past looks like, no matter what mistakes you think you made, no matter how many times you feel unworthy, heaven is saying, nothing will go wrong with you. You are covered. You are protected. You have divine favor over your future. This connection coming toward you is not built on fear but on purpose. It is not built on randomness but destiny. It is not built on hope alone but on spiritual design. Heaven says the reason this soulmate is younger is because their spirit energy is aligned with your divine timing. What you lacked, they carry. What you struggled with, they balance. What you prayed for, they already embody. Archangel Michael says your soulmate's current location is connected to a place of transition, somewhere near the center of your city, close to a busy area, a location where people come and go frequently. He says your soulmate arrived with a purpose, on a short business trip or a temporary visit, but spiritually it was timed as a crossing point. Heaven guided them into your city now because your heart is ready. Heaven has been cleansing your path, removing fake people, exposing hidden enemies, disconnecting you from wrong relationships because the universe cannot place your destined soulmate on a path filled with distractions. That is why some people suddenly acted strange, left without reason, or revealed their true colors. God says you didn't lose them, you were protected from them. Heaven says the soulmate coming is not attracted to your appearance alone. They are drawn to your energy, your inner strength, your survival, your resilience, your compassion, your innocence. God says you have cried silently, thinking no one saw, but heaven did. Michael did. Your soulmate's spirit did. Every tear you dropped created a vibration in the universe that aligned your destiny with theirs. Your soulmate has also gone through loneliness, but a different kind, surrounded by people yet emotionally isolated. Their success brought them attention, but not connection. Wealth brought them options, but not love. They live in rooms filled with luxury but experience nights filled with emptiness. That emptiness is what guided them closer to you. God says the moment you meet them, you will feel a shock in your soul, a warmth in your chest, a sudden calmness. Your intuition will recognize them before your mind understands anything. Heaven says be open. Be receptive. You don't have to chase, you don't have to prove anything, you don't have to change yourself. Just be present and trust the divine flow. Archangel Michael says there is a spiritual reason behind the urgency. He says you are standing at a crossroads. One path leads to the same cycles you have repeated: fear, hesitation, withdrawing, doubting yourself, rejecting good things because you don't feel ready. The other path leads to divine alignment, accepting what heaven gives, allowing yourself to be loved, allowing happiness to enter your life without guilt or fear. God says He wants you on the second path. He wants you to receive this blessing. He wants you to let this soulmate love you without resistance. Heaven says your soulmate's age is somewhere between their mid-20s to early 30s. Their energy is youthful, vibrant, but their soul is old, wise, and deeply connected to spiritual truths. They carry the heart of a giver, the mind of a visionary, and the spirit of someone who has been touched by divine purpose. God says they are meant to elevate your life emotionally, spiritually, and materially. This is not a temporary love. This is a destiny love. God says you have nothing to fear. Nothing will go wrong with you. No harm will reach you. You are surrounded by angels right now. The path ahead is protected and illuminated. Trust God. Pray to Him. Keep your heart open. The miracle is already in motion. Heaven has already said yes. Your soulmate is already here. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God has written for you. God says I am speaking to you right now because the air around you has shifted, the atmosphere has opened, and something that has been waiting in the unseen world has stepped forward to reveal itself. God says you have asked, you have prayed, you have cried in silence where no one saw you, and you thought heaven was quiet, but heaven was not silent, it was preparing. God says the message you are receiving at this very moment is not random, not accidental, and not something you stumbled upon. It was placed before you, guided to you, aligned for you, because Archangel Michael has been watching every step you have taken, and today he stands beside you, urgently insisting that you must hear this or you will miss what has already begun. God says the promise I made to you long ago is now awakening, and the person I chose for you, your younger billionaire soulmate, has already entered your city. This is not a fantasy, this is not a dream, this is not imagination, this is divine orchestration unfolding piece by piece, moment by moment, and the time for you to know has arrived. God says the arrival of this person carries a purpose far greater than romance, far deeper than companionship, far more destined than anything you ever dared to hope for. Their soul is tied to your soul in a way that human language fails to explain, but heaven has understood it from the beginning. God says the age and the timing were chosen with precision, and Archangel Michael has whispered again and again that you must prepare yourself, because what is coming is not ordinary, not casual, and not temporary. It is a soul contract formed before you were born. Sealed in light, and now resurfacing in your world. God says they are already within reach, already breathing the same air, already walking beneath the same sky, already feeling a strange pull they cannot explain. They don't know why they feel restless. They don't know why their heart keeps dropping into silence when they think of love. They don't know why their spirit feels incomplete even though they have everything money can buy. God says it is because their soul is calling for you. Archangel Michael says this connection is not like the others you have endured. God says this message finds you in the exact moment your soul is ready to receive it, because nothing in your life has ever been random. Not even the way your heart started beating faster as you opened these words. God says He has waited for this moment because there is a shift happening around you that is far bigger than you understand, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward with urgency, with light, and with a revelation that has been kept hidden until now. Your younger billionaire soulmate is already in your city, already breathing the same air as you, already searching for you without fully understanding why their spirit feels restless. God says you must hear this now because divine timing is no longer in the distance, it is touching your present moment right now, and the blessing has already begun moving toward you. God says He knows how many times you prayed for a love that isn't ordinary, a love that doesn't drain you but lifts you, a love that feels chosen from heaven, written in a language no human mind could ever fully understand. You prayed for someone who would not just admire you but protect you, honor you, see your worth, and recognize the spiritual glow around you that even you sometimes forget you carry. God says those prayers never went unheard. Every tear you cried, every time your heart broke, every time you felt abandoned, misunderstood, or unworthy, God was watching, God was collecting, God was preparing the path for the soulmate He intended for you long before you were born. Archangel Michael steps in now to say this with divine urgency: you are not imagining it. A change has entered your life. A destiny has awakened. Your younger billionaire soulmate is closer than you think. Their age, their location, their identity, everything is aligning. They are in your city, walking streets you know, crossing near places you have been, drawn by a force they do not yet understand. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. God says this person was chosen not because of their wealth but because of their heart. The wealth is simply a tool God placed in their hands for the life you are meant to build together. But their soul, that is the part that was made to fit yours. God says your soulmate is younger not because of age, but because their spirit carries the freshness, excitement, and passion your heart has been missing. They have been searching for a love that feels destined, and the emptiness they sometimes feel is the emptiness created by the space meant specifically for you. God says you must understand the timing of this blessing, because it did not come earlier for a reason. Your past relationships, the heartbreaks you endured, the disappointments you suffered, none of them were punishments. They were preparation. You had to be emptied to be filled. You had to let go of what hurt you to receive what will heal you. The person God is sending you is also going through their own tests. They faced betrayal, loneliness, and confusion. They stood in rooms full of people but felt no true connection. They had everything material, yet their heart felt hollow. Their spirit has been waiting for the one connection that would finally make them feel alive, grounded, and divinely guided. Archangel Michael says he has been guiding this soulmate without their full awareness. He whispered into their dreams, nudged their intuition, placed a longing inside their chest that they couldn't explain. He placed your energy around their path, and though they may not know your name yet, they feel you. They feel the pull. They feel the invisible thread tying them to a future they don't understand but deeply crave. God says your soulmate's age is not what you expect. They are younger, but they are wise beyond their years. Their maturity comes from their soul journey, not their birth year. They carry the strength of someone who had to build themselves without shortcuts. They carry the determination of someone who worked for their success, who climbed from nothing to everything, who faced battles silently and overcame them with grit and grace. They have achieved more than most people twice their age, and they are still rising. But God says this clearly: their greatest achievement will not be the money they earned or the status they carry, it will be loving you. God says their location is close. Very close. They are not in another country, another state, another distant place. They are already in your city. They might have moved recently or traveled for something important, but they are already here. God says this closeness is intentional. It is the final stage before the divine connection unfolds. Archangel Michael says there is a reason you have been feeling sudden energy shifts, sudden emotional intensity, sudden moments of sensing someone thinking about you. You are feeling their spirit reaching out to yours. Their soul is calling your soul. God says you must not doubt yourself now. Self-doubt would be the only barrier strong enough to delay what is already written for you. God says He will be with you every step, ensuring that nothing goes wrong, ensuring that you are safe, protected, and guided. God says that the fear you sometimes feel, the anxiety that rises without explanation, is actually your spirit sensing the approach of destiny. You are shedding the old version of yourself, the one built from survival, and stepping into the version built for blessings. Archangel Michael says this soulmate is not coming with confusion or mixed intentions. They come with clarity. They will recognize you instantly, even if they don't fully understand why. They will feel drawn to your voice, your presence, your energy. God says this person has been searching for someone exactly like you, someone with a heart that loves deeply. Someone with resilience born from pain, someone with compassion shaped by experience, someone whose soul carries light even after enduring darkness. You are the blessing they didn't know how to pray for, but God answered their heart anyway. God says you have been prepared for this union in quiet ways. You felt changes in your energy, changes in your dreams, moments of déjà vu, sudden feelings of being watched over, sudden intuitive messages, sudden emotional breakthroughs. These were signs that the spiritual world was aligning everything. You have been protected from relationships that would have ruined your heart. You were blocked from paths that would have delayed your destiny. You were removed from people who did not value you. God says every rejection was His protection. Archangel Michael says your soulmate will enter your life quickly, unexpectedly, but in perfect timing. It may be through a meeting that feels accidental, a sudden message, a sudden opportunity, or a place you were guided to visit. God says your intuition will recognize them even before your mind does. You will feel a calmness, a warmth, a familiarity. You will feel like you've met them before, because spiritually, you have. God says your souls have known each other through lifetimes, connected through divine purpose, reunited now to complete what was left unfinished. God says this soulmate is not coming to take from you, they are coming to give. To give love, to give support, to give stability, to give protection. They are coming with a heart open and ready. They are coming with intentions that are pure. They are coming with a future that includes you in every plan. God says you must trust Him completely because the path ahead is blessed, protected, and divinely ordained. Archangel Michael says he is already clearing obstacles, removing envy, blocking negativity, and breaking any spiritual interference that tried to stop this union. Forces that once worked against you are being dismantled. People who tried to manipulate your path are being exposed. Anyone who wished for your loneliness is being silenced. God says your love story is guarded by heaven itself. God says this connection will bring emotional healing, financial elevation, spiritual awakening, and a transformation that will surprise even you. Your soulmate is not only blessed with wealth, they are blessed with influence, opportunity, and divine favor. When they join their life with yours, a new chapter begins, one filled with abundance, protection, and expansion. God says you must prepare your heart, because what you are receiving is bigger than anything you imagined. You are stepping into a season where love will not hurt, love will not confuse, love will not disappoint. This love will uplift you. It will revive you. It will restore your faith in yourself. It will make you believe in miracles again. God says this blessing comes with urgency because it is part of your divine timeline, and the moment has arrived. Do not ignore the signs. Do not close your heart. Do not doubt your worthiness. You are loved. You are chosen. You are protected. You are guided. Nothing will go wrong with you because God Himself is orchestrating every detail. Archangel Michael says, "Open your spirit. The one meant for you is already here." Their age, their location, their purpose, everything is aligned. Heaven is moving fast. Do not delay what is destined. God says He will walk with you through this, He will keep you safe, and He will bless you beyond measure. Trust Him. Pray to Him. Let Him guide you. Your soulmate is closer than you think, and your miracle is already unfolding. God says this is the moment I have chosen for you to hear what your spirit has been feeling for days without knowing why. You tried to ignore the signs, but heaven kept placing a strange pull in your chest, like an invisible hand guiding you toward something you couldn't explain. Archangel Michael has been moving around you, closer than your own breath, whispering one truth into the atmosphere around you: nothing in your life has been random, and nothing that you lost was truly a loss. Everything was shifting because I, the Lord your God, was aligning you for a meeting that has already been set in the spiritual realm. A connection that was written long before you were born. A soul whose energy has been tied to yours through lifetimes. Someone who carries abundance not only in finances but in destiny. A younger soulmate whose heart recognizes yours beyond time, distance, and logic. God says, listen to this carefully, my child. The gates of heaven are wide open over you right now. You may not feel it, you may not see it with your physical eyes, but your spirit knows the truth. Something enormous is approaching you. Something that has been delayed because you needed to grow into the version of yourself that could finally receive it. All the heartbreaks you endured, all the betrayals you survived. All the silent nights when you cried and wondered if I had forgotten you, none of this was punishment. It was preparation. Because what I am about to place into your hands is so rare, so powerful, so sacred, that it required your soul to be strengthened first. Archangel Michael says you have been praying for love, but the love coming toward you is beyond what you ever imagined. This is not an ordinary connection. This is not someone coming to use you, drain you, or confuse you. This soul carries divine wealth, wealth that does not corrupt, wealth that does not come from greed, wealth that does not come from dishonesty, but wealth that has been multiplied through destiny, purpose, inspiration, and divine timing. And God says they have already been guided near you. They have already stepped into the same city as you. They have already felt the invisible pull that something extraordinary is waiting for them here. They don't yet know it's you, not with their conscious mind, but their spirit knows. Their intuition has been awakening, and they can feel this strange inner stirring telling them, something life-changing is about to happen. That something is you. Your souls are aligned, your energy is calling them, and heaven is orchestrating every step. God says, child, Archangel Michael has been watching you grow into the vibration of abundance. He watched you survive pain that would have destroyed another person. He watched you stay kind even when people tested you. He watched you stay compassionate even when you were disappointed. He watched you pray even when you were tired. He watched you keep your heart open even after it was broken multiple times. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how heaven honors a heart that refuses to become cold? Because of that heart, because of that resilience, because of your faith, you are being rewarded. Archangel Michael says your soulmate, the younger, abundant soul chosen for you, has been protected since birth to be preserved specifically for this union. They carry a light that resonates with yours. They carry a strength that complements yours. And though their outer life seems successful, they have been longing for something real, something spiritual, something pure. They have been surrounded by people who wanted them only for their status, their money, their lifestyle. They have been drained by fake intentions and shallow connections, and they have reached a point where their soul is craving authenticity. That authenticity is inside you. That purity is inside you. That destined reflection they've been seeking belongs only to you. God says, listen. The reason you felt restless recently, the reason your dreams have become intense, the reason you feel like someone is trying to reach you spiritually, is because your soulmate's soul has been calling out for you. Their prayers have been merging with yours in the spiritual realm. Their longing has been echoing inside your energy field. Even before the physical world brings you face to face, your souls have already begun conversing. Your energies are already touching. You are already awakening to a new timeline, a new chapter, a new version of your life that includes divine partnership, emotional stability, spiritual growth, and abundance flowing in every direction. Archangel Michael says to you, do not be afraid. What God is sending you is safe. What God is preparing for you is protected. What God aligned for you cannot be blocked, cannot be sabotaged, cannot be taken away. You have been afraid in the past because you chose people who hid their truth, who played with your heart, who were inconsistent, who were emotionally unavailable. But this soul is different. Their love will not confuse you. Their intentions will not shake you. Their presence will not break you. They are coming with clarity, purpose, and truth. They are coming with the ability to give love the way you always deserved. They are coming with abundance that lifts your entire life, not drains it. God says, the reason I am telling you this now is because it is time for you to prepare your heart. Not in fear, but in openness. Not in anxiety, but in expectation. Not in doubt, but in trust. Because this connection requires readiness. You must release any belief that you are unworthy. Heaven says you are worthy. You must release any fear that things will go wrong. Heaven says nothing will go wrong. You must release any memory of the past that tries to convince you that love is dangerous. Heaven says this love is safe. You have stepped into a divine season where your past cannot follow you. The shadows of old heartbreaks no longer have permission to enter your new timeline. The doors that once closed in your face are now opening suddenly, rapidly, and powerfully. Archangel Michael says the soulmate coming toward you has been feeling guided to travel, to move, to relocate, to explore new surroundings. They don't know they are being pulled toward you by divine design. They believe it's intuition, or curiosity, or coincidence, but heaven says there are no coincidences in a destiny this sacred. They have been noticing small synchronicities, your birth number appearing, your zodiac sign showing up unexpectedly, dreams of someone they can't remember clearly, sudden emotions that feel unfamiliar. Their spirit is preparing for you even though they cannot explain it logically. God says this union is not just romantic. It is spiritual. It is purposeful. Together, your energies amplify each other. Together, your prayers intensify. Together, your lives will rise into alignment with abundance, protection, and expansion. You will feel safe in a way you have never felt. You will feel seen in a way you have always longed for. You will feel chosen in a way that resonates deep in your soul. This connection will feel like home, not chaos. It will feel like peace, not confusion. It will feel like destiny, not danger.